With Rohit Sharma and Virat Kohli set to play an ODI series at home for the first time in quite a while, well, naturally, the speculation about their performances and their potential chances of making it to the ODI World Cup of 2027 obviously will come back into the central focus of Indian cricket fans once again. And they've been ably helped and guided by something that the current Indian team bowling coach Morne Morkel has said whilst addressing a press conference in Ranchi, which is of course the venue for the first ODI of the three-match series against South Africa. Now, whilst there has been a sense of non-committalism when it comes to their chances of making it to the 2027 World Cup, Morkel has gone a little bit further on when it comes to defining and being very clear as to where it is that he stands as far as their participation. And long story short, he believes they should be there. Really is that simple. This is what he had to say. He said that they're quality players and I've had sleepless nights bowling to them. For me, I'm on board with the idea of them playing the 2027 World Cup. Now, he did go on to add that this is, of course, depending on things like fitness and performances. But the fact is that this is perhaps one of the first clearer indications you're getting from the team management that, yeah, there's someone who's very much on board. Because as I said, prior to this, you've been getting non-committal answers. It's like, it's still a long way off. It's not the time to discuss these things. No certain rubber stamp saying, yes, they will be playing. This perhaps is a clearer indication that the team management, or at least Morkel, would be keen to have them on board because, again, as he said, players of their experience, caliber, or know-how just don't come along all the time. But of course, there was more focus also not just on Rohit and Kohli, who of course will be playing for India for the first time in a little while, considering they last played that ODI series against Australia and obviously nothing since. But there was also a bit of focus on how it is that two key members of the Indian ODI side, in Shubman Gill, the captain, and Shreyas Iyer, have been doing recently. Remember, both of them ruled out with different kinds of injuries. And Morkel, whilst obviously not having a medical update, did offer something positive in terms of their mindset and what it is that they are doing right now. He said that I spoke to Shubman and he's doing good. Shreyas has also started rehab, which is great. They're both healthy and starting their comeback prep. Now, obviously, Shubman in recent times has been someone who's divided a lot of opinions. Even Shreyas at times, many have been saying, some will say that he should be playing T20s, others will say he's still got certain issues. But the fact of the matter is, when it comes to ODI cricket, I think both of them should be sure shot starters. So the fact that India go into this series without one of their first choice openers and their main easily established option at number 4 tells you that this is potentially a slightly weakened team. And so knowing that they're on their comeback trail is good news in that sense. But this team, you have to remember, the South African team have just whitewashed you 2-0 in the test series. They're a strong white ball unit as well. And that is something that Morkel, himself a South African, was very keen to point out when speaking about the challenges that the Indian team could face in this particular series. Here's what he had to say. He said that South Africa have momentum and a confident Proteas team is a dangerous team. It's important for us to start well. They are here to win. Now, that is something, by the way, it's a major compliment that he could be giving the Proteas, that they're very much here to win and to be able to compete. In India, to go up against them, will need to be starting well. They'll need to ensure that they're not behind the 8 ball from the word go. It might seem like a very cliched thing to say, but the fact of the matter is, you started off the test series on the back foot and were never quite able to make a comeback because South Africa grew in stature, grew in confidence, and after a point, it was just impossible for you, as you were playing catch-up, to even get close to them. South Africa dominated you in the home test series. You don't want to be seeing them do the same. But as Morkel points out, a confident Proteas team, it's a very dangerous team. And there could be some interesting unknowns in terms of the conditions as well. Remember, in the winter time, cooler air under the lights, the ball could potentially do a little bit of talking. That's conventional cricketing wisdom for you. And in fact, Morkel himself said that as of now, we've not really seen much of the pitch and we'll make calls on the team decisions or the team 11s basis, practice, and of course, as you move closer to the match. We did have something interesting to say about the weather conditions and how that could impact things. He said that, look, Ranchi as of now is much colder than Guwahati. So it'll be interesting to see how the ball behaves in the evening and under the lights. He went on to add also that India are actually practicing under lights so as to ensure that they're at least prepared for what it is that they could expect from the ball. If it moves around a little bit, if there's a little bit of movement, or if it gets skiddy. Don't forget, colder temperatures could potentially be seeing dew formation as well. So toss could be an important factor, which, oh dear God, is bad news for the Indian team because we're really bad at winning tosses. But overall, that was the major things which he spoke about when fronting up to the media at Ranchi. Obviously, it's going to be a must-watch game for Indian fans. You'd be hoping that the return of Rocco and a return to white ball comforts could potentially see this Indian team get some momentum back. Something also Morkel was keen to stress, saying that, look, the last 2 weeks have been tough on us. We need to get some momentum back, coming back into a format where we've been doing well, putting all our focus in white ball cricket. But do you think that this is something that can happen? Do you think India are the favourites? Do you think South Africa will compete strongly? Let us know all of that in the comments below. And don't forget, as always, to like this video, share it with your friends, subscribe to the channel, tap the bell icon, follow us also on social media. We're on Instagram, X and Facebook. And stay tuned for more such videos from the world of sport.